This is Mr. Clark. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of a crisp, new $100 bill should report to my office immediately.
As part of my AP Psychology project, I have studied and documented the phenomenon of the fourth quarter senior teacher. Through my research, I have developed a paradigmatic explanation of what happens to a teacher who is forced to endure seniors in the fourth quarter. I have subjected my research to rigorous scientific proofs and have concluded that a senior teacher experiences 5 distinct and recognizable stages in coming to terms with the unpleasant reality of graduation. The first stage I call denial.
Listen, guys, just because it's the fourth quarter of your senior year doesn't mean that we're not going to work to the full of our potential. Your parents pay good money for you to learn. For you to learn is my intention. Guys, we're going to learn even if it takes us all quarter.
The need for denial exists in all senior teachers, more so at the beginning of the quarter. It is usually a temporary defense. Holding on to denial until the end is a rarity. Usually the teacher will gradually drop his denial and adopt less radical defense mechanisms. Typically, when the initial feelings of numbness begin to dissipate, the next stage is anger. In contrast to denial, anger is more difficult to cope with from the point of view of the student. This is because the anger is often displaced and projected in all directions, almost at random.
You think you're going to get the best of me? You better get another idea. Is that collar on his shirt? Oh, how dare you dress like that around me? Stop smirking! I'll see you in judge, mister. You got to talk back there? I'll give you more homework than you can do in your life. I'll do it! I'll do it!
The third stage, bargaining, is less well known. This is usually because it only lasts for brief periods of time. Unable to face the sad facts in the first stage, raging at students in the second, the teacher thinks he can succeed in entering into some sort of agreement in which he can be rewarded for special services. The first wish is usually always for an extension of respect, quickly followed by a wish for a few days without pain or physical discomfort.
Please, I'm begging you guys. Please, let's do a little bit of homework. I'll make it work well. If you just do a little tiny bit, you'll never have to do anything the rest of the quarter. Stop hurting me, guys. Please. Please stop hurting me.
Not pretty. The teacher can no longer deny the inevitable. His numbness, his anger, his bargaining is soon turned into a great sense of loss. He is in the process of losing everything and everyone that is important to him. If he has allowed time and space to express his depression, he will find final acceptance easier to bear. And he will be grateful to those who were able to sit with him quietly during the stage without constantly telling him not to be sad. He will contemplate the coming end with a certain degree of quiet expectation. The pain is almost gone, the struggle is nearly over. He prepares himself for the final journey. He wishes to be left alone and not stirred by the news and problems of the outside world. He is almost in a better place. Teacher's expectations and requirements have become smaller. He has finally accepted his fate. Our presence is only to let him know that it is all right, and just a question of time until he can close his eyes forever, or at least until August.